All right. Welcome back to the house on Avery Road. This is a garden tour, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I've got massive pollination issues with this squash, so I have got to come in here and take out some of these bigger leaves so that the bees can find this. Oh, my name is Mark. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna take some of this out. I've also gotta pick some of this squash because there's some stuff ready. I'm just taking out these big leaves so that hopefully the bees can find this squash. Oh, I love this flower. It's awesome. All right, let's pick this one. Oh, squash. Got one back here to pick. Awesome. Yay. I love squash. I picked actually the first mess of squash yesterday, and I posted a picture of it on Facebook, and we had squash, sauteed squash yesterday for lunch. It was so amazing. But let's get some of these bigger leaves off of this plant now, because I need squash. You know something? It really scares me to do this, but if the bees cannot find the squash, then that's useless. So, and actually this morning I got up and came out here early and hand pollinated a lot of the female squash, so hopefully we'll get more. But here's two. I've got two more to get down here. All right. This hurts my heart, but I know it's good for it, so. I'm kind of going crazy on it. This is a zucchini. And I'm trying to show you an example of what I've got going on right here. See this? This is a pollination issue. The end of this squash is dying. Yeah. All right, maybe, just maybe that will work. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do with that one. Now, have to get down. Now I've got to go tie up a tomato. Okay. Let's tie this up. And tomorrow, it hasn't rained in a couple of days, so tomorrow I'm going to get out here. Sucker. Tomorrow I'm going to get out here and water again. It should be okay through tomorrow. Because it's not into the 90s yet, it's just like into the 80s. This up and pick suckers. Here's a big one. Yep. How are y'all's gardens doing? I tell you something, I'd love to hear how y'all's tomatoes is doing and everything like that. So let me know in the comments what's doing great, what's not doing so great. I'm gonna go over here. So we're going to tie some of these up. That one's okay for the minute. Let's see. Sucker. Right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop doing this. I tied that one up that I knew. Oh, there's one right there. Let's look. Sucker. Sucker. Tie it up. And now let me show y'all what I am using to tie up with. This is a tomato tie tape. I can't even see if I'm in frame. Hopefully I am. This is a tomato tie tape. I got this off of Amazon. I got 2 rolls of it for dirt cheap. And it is so, I'm loving this. Loving this stuff. Let's share all these tomatoes. Look at those. Just gorgeous. Here is a sunflower. That other sunflower that I was talking about, it's getting really good. Let's go over here. Another sunflower, and that big beautiful thing right there. I actually need to tie that sunflower up. Okay, so I'm gonna use some more of this tomato tie tape and tie this sunflower to this trellis, so that if wind or something comes by, it's supported. There we go, there's one. I'll tie it one more time. Big piece. Right up here at the top. Let's tie it. I cannot wait to see this sunflower when it blooms. All right. Let's continue on. That tomato right there is a Dr. Witchy's yellow tomato. And it started off very, very poorly. Very poorly. I tell you what, I'm gonna go tie up some tomatoes and we'll come back. Okay, so Wayne came out to help me film a little bit. Where's my tie tape? Oh, here it is. Right here. Okay, I wanna show y'all what a sucker is if you're not familiar. So if Wayne will come back here, right here, and show you. This is the main stalk of this tomato. This is a leaf from the tomato. This that's growing in the armpit is a sucker. So you want to pull that sucker out to train it to one stem. And that looks actually really good. I'm going to go ahead and tie this one. Right here. I cannot wait to start getting tomatoes. I cannot wait to start getting more squash. It's gonna be awesome. That looks really good. So we're gonna come around here, tie this one up. And when you tie up your tomatoes, you want to be sure to leave a good space so that as the tomato grows, the tape doesn't constrict on the vine. Actually, that looks really good. One little piece. All right, now come over here, let's do this garden tour. I'll leave the tomatoes and I'll do that off camera. But I wanted to show y'all, remember on last week's garden tour, if you saw that one, these are squash. And I said I didn't know where these squash came from. I actually figured it out. Right here, well over there, last year, I had my butternut squash trailing over. Well, it grew all in here. Well, I had a butternut squash here that didn't really make it. And I knew it was there. It just kind of rotted. And I said, well, it'll just kind of go into the compost and, you know, feed the beds. It's seeded. Saving seeds. Seed saving. This was not even buried. And it grew a butternut squash. So now, this squash is trying to climb out here in the yard, but I'm trying to trail it back up so that it can climb up this trellis here. Right here is my red Chinese noodle beans, and they're really starting to take off. Right here we've got ground cherries, and I come out here today and looked, and there was a few ground cherries on the ground. A few, like 6, and I picked them up and ate them. I should have saved it for this garden tour, but I didn't. These zinnias are doing amazing. Oh, look. Here's one. Now, this is not a big one. This is kind of small. But take it out of this husk. Now, this is a small ground cherry. They'll get bigger than that. But they are so amazing. So good. And I was talking to Jess the other day, and she said that these are very prolific. As the season goes on, they'll get bigger. Wonderful. Now, here's this plant. Once again, ate up with something. But you know something? They're eating this plant and leaving everything else alone. So I'm totally fine with that. Look at this zinnia. Look at that. How gorgeous. All right, so right around here, Wayne, if you'll come around here. This is my Bit Alpha cucumbers, and I'm having to train these to the trellis, but as you can see right here, they're starting to catch on, and they're starting to climb. Beautiful. And I've got some little bitty cucumbers actually coming on. I don't know if I can find one right now. But before long, we're gonna have cucumbers, and this is the Bit Alpha cucumber. Right here is where I told y'all last week that I planted this is the purple potted pole beans. Some of them didn't germinate, so I went back through in the middle of the week and planted some more, so they're coming up. They'll catch up. This is the purple potted pole beans. Right here is the rattlesnake pole beans. They're coming up. This is my oregano. It's doing good things. Here's another pole bean. Back here, you can see this is okra, and my okra is actually coming up. My okra is actually coming up, but a few didn't germinate, so I come back in yesterday and replanted, and I've still got to give this some more water today so that we can have all those. But look at these. This is these Oriental, or the red noodle beans, Chinese red noodle beans. I cannot wait to get a harvest off these noodle beans to see what they taste like. I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. So, sunflowers back there, more sunflowers. And I've got, right here, if I want to come show you, I've got 2 bales of straw. And I'm going to take that straw and I'm going to mulch all these walkways with the straw, because the straw in these beds are doing such an amazing job at keeping the weeds out. I absolutely love it. So let's come back up here. I've got another cucumber to get. Now these tomatoes right here, this was my favorite tomatoes that I grew last year. This is the climbing triple crop. If you have never grown the climbing triple crop tomato, I highly recommend getting this variety for next season. It is prolific. The tomatoes are absolutely fantastic. The flavor is amazing. They put on like gangbusters. So I'm really excited about that. This, I'm not sure exactly. I would have to go back and look on my other videos to see exactly what tomato this is, but the blooms on it is just absolutely outstanding. Now, I saw this a long time ago on a Am I Gardener video. If you come in when your blooms are like this and just give it a little tinkle like that, that helps pollinate your blooms, and you'll get a whole lot more tomatoes if you do that. So whenever I see blooms, I like to do that. So right here, this is dill that I do need to tie up. And as you can see, I've already got a crown coming up. That crown right there, when it gets big and nice, I'll be able to pick this off. And this is what I'll be able to use to make my fermented dill pickles with my Bia Alpha cucumbers. I cannot wait for this dill. It's so fragrant, y'all. I wish y'all could smell it. These peppers that I didn't think were going to do much at all are actually coming back on. They're doing really good. So I'm hoping to get some peppers. They're now establishing. They're greening up, and they're just getting gorgeous. More tomatoes. Here's another sucker. Come here, I'll show y'all this one. Once again, this is the main stalk. This is a leaf. This is that armpit. So just pull that out and toss it away. Jess has said it. Luke from Emma Gardner has said it. The best tools for the garden is the gardener. If you enjoy your garden and you spend time in your garden every day, just doing little things. It hasn't got to be, like right now, the sun's about to go down. It's getting really, really dark. But it's not hot. I can come out here and spend time in the garden, show it some love, and it'll show me that much more in return. So I'm back over here at the cucumbers. I've got one more cucumber to pick over here that I saw earlier. If I can find it, I've got those other two. I may not be able to find it. But look at this parsley, flat leaf parsley. Whenever this squash gives up the ghost and I pull this out, this parsley will get huge, absolutely huge. Listen, y'all, it's getting very, very dark. I should have started this garden tour earlier, but I didn't. So I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like I say, share it with your friends. If you've got somebody who you think that may enjoy this video, share it with them. Give the video a thumbs up, like it, comment in the comments. I want to know how your garden's doing. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, ring the bell, all that kind of good stuff, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.